You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in.
Welcome to
What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. I know me and my boy Ghoul here are doing amazing.
Yeah, so boom, and this is happening right now. You can't change this channel or the station or the podcast, but this is happening. So buckle up because we got some more creepy, allegedly true stories and some destination paradise out there for all you people who want to go to a dream vacation. Ain't that right?
Oh yeah, hot desert biome.
Yeah, Las Vegas, pfft, forget about that. Palm Springs, whatever, just a bunch of old people. What are we talking about today, my boy? Shield?
Have you ever heard of Slab City?
Slab City! No, I haven't. Is that like. No, I haven't.
Well, Slab City, it's simple, it's clean, it's no laws, and it's free.
It's free, like, to live?
Free to live.
Okay, Mort, now if you want to get more customers in your pharmacy, you're going to have to do a promotion, like buy one, get one free.
What?
Buy one, get one free.
Huh?
Buy one,
Yeah, I get that.
get one free.
Is that like a Spanish word?
No, it's English. The whole thing's English.
Oh, because it seems like you're saying the first part in English and then some kind of made up a falum for something in the second part. I don't understand you.
All right, let me try explaining it another way. Let's say we're at someone else's store, and there's a sign, and it says buy one, get one free.
Get one free? Wow! What store are you talking about?
Huh.
Interesting, right?
Where's it at?
It's in Sonora Desert.
Sonora Desert?
Yeah, here in Southern California.
So you're telling me I can live for free in California?
Yeah.
I can't believe that. That sounds like a myth.
As free as you can be, man. Butt naked.
But, oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna start packing my bags. I'm gonna retire there. So, tell me about this.
Slab City is known for the last free place in America.
Land of the free, city of the free, home of the naked. I'm loving where this is going. What's the catch?
The catch is that's isolated like a mother.
Oh, you say it's in the fucking desert, right?
Yeah. This city, if you've heard of it before, you know there's no law. And if you haven't, guess what? There's no law.
So, rule number one, there are no rules.
There's no rules. Anything goes.
Anything?
Except there's no electricity. There's no buildings. And whatever you want to take with you, you gotta drag over there.
So, it's really old school, like old-timey, just, it's like a cowboy town?
It's not even it's not even a town, bros. I don't know why they call it city. It's literally a dust plain that people are taking their abandoned trailers or fucking scrap metal and 2x4s and just making their own little huts.
Do they have a basketball team?
They can, if you create it, it will be there.
So it's just like everybody who just gets tired of society or unfortunately can't afford it, they just move out there
Yeah.
to live and I guess die.
If you want to say it like that, yeah, technically, it's the city of the homeless that made a home.
So they're not homeless.
They're homeless people.
Do you know the population out there?
Yeah, actually, I do. And it's crazy because the population during the summer, which is the crazy heats, obviously makes sense.
Yeah.
There's about 300 people that can commit to I think it's 125 degrees to
God
130.
damn.
Yeah,
No electricity.
no electricity,
No AC.
no AC.
No fridge for my tall cans.
Mm-mm.
Damn, that must suck.
Unless you want to drag it and somehow bring it over there, but the electricity is going to be a little bit MacGyvered.
Okay. No, I think that would be a good spot for solar power then.
Yeah. There's a little bit of people that are like on the same smart level as you, like trying to figure out different ways to bring stuff.
Right.
So Slab City, the no law, no electricity, anything goes place, is actually, like I said, located in Southern California in Sonora Desert in Imperial County. It's widely known for its rent-free, no living. Bad part about it, it's like obviously no law enforcement, so you can get hurt and nobody's gonna give a shit.
Right. And then extreme weathers.
Extreme weathers, and if you have a fire, good luck. There is no fire department. And if you have any government issues, there's no government buildings or anything to help you. You're pretty much off the grid. That's it. You're off the grid.
Sounds like some kind of Mad Max type shit.
Yeah.
It's a free for all out there.
Yep.
So I'm guessing there's a lot of violence out there.
Surprisingly not.
No?
No. Because when, like I said, there's 300 people during the summer, and what they call snowbirds
You're
are the
constant-
travelers that come in and out during the winter. They call them snowbirds because they're only there because of the cold.
Yeah, seasonal.
Seasonal
Okay.
residents, and that's around 2,000 of them.
So during the summer it's like 300.
300 because they
And-
can endure
Yes, and during colder seasons it goes up to
2,000.
2,000. God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, and they have their little community while it's slightly colder. Obviously, 125 degrees to 130 degrees Fahrenheit, and to some people, 55 to 50 Celsius.
55 Celsius?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Those residents are gonna mostly like travel out. Nobody wants to be there for that hot extreme weather.
Hell no. It's 30 degrees Celsius here today. I don't know Fahrenheit, so it's like maybe high 80s today. I can't stand it. I hate the heat.
Yeah.
Let alone live to like 150 Fahrenheit. Fuck, you can cook a whole fucking pig out there with that, huh?
Yeah, it's extreme, and only a few can handle it.
Sure, yeah.
Although that place is rent free of expenses, like you still need to get water, obviously, the most essential thing you need because you're just gonna die out there without water.
Is there like a lake around there
No, there's a salt lake, but it's made of salt.
made out of salt?
Yeah, so I mean, you're gonna fucking drink it and dehydrate just drinking it.
Oh, isn't it that one, the Salton Sea, the Salton Lake?
It's a salt lake, yeah.
Yeah, it's called the Salton Lake.
It probably is
Yeah.
called the salt lake because
Yeah.
it's a salt lake.
Yeah, I heard about this lake. I guess like back in like the 50s. I have to guess. I guess that place is like a big tourist spot, like Lake Paris or like Lake Hemet, like around here.
Mhm.
So it's really popular. And I guess due to the amount of salt that kept rising, like it's impossible to be in the water because it's too fucking salty. The fishes died and just became a fucking lake of death.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I'm guessing they moved out of there, and guess whoever stayed just stayed there and became Slab City.
Slabsidians. Although water is very crucial and they can't pull the water from the Salton Sea or the Salton Lake.
Right.
They also need to find their way to get food and clothing and their laundry done and upkeep on their dogs and pets. And I'll explain the dogs and pets
They got
because
pets out there?
it's extremely crucial to them. And they got to upkeep their property, whatever they bring over.
Right.
They got to take care of it still. So it may be rent free, but they still have expenses. So the most important and critical thing of living there is to obtain the water, and it's the most essential. So the way these residents have to gather their water, it's just not one trip like the normal of us. We'll go get a gallon, maybe a 5 gallon drum, the best that we can get, you know.
So they don't have tap water.
No, they don't have tap water. They got no plumbing. They got none of that shit. That's all luxury.
So I'm curious. How the hell do they get their water? Do they do like seasonal trips?
Yeah, they basically get these giant drums, and most of them try to gather around 270 to 300 gallons of water on one trip.
300 gallons of water
Yeah, to last them a month.
a month?
A month.
God damn.
Because it's so hot.
Oh yeah, I guess so, but damn. Okay.
And you would think, how do these people even have the money to get stuff like that? The jobs are pretty limited and basic. They have gas station attendants or maybe a grocery store worker in like an outskirt town.
Right.
And that's pretty much all they have. If not, they somehow have trust fund money. But doubt none of those people have trust fund money.
I doubt it. Maybe Social Security
Right.
or like what do you call that? People who don't work,
Oh.
unemployment.
Unemployment.
Maybe.
Yeah. But how the hell is the mail going to get to them?
Well, they gotta go pick it up.
Oh,
once a
yeah,
month.
that's true. One far P.O. box.
So, hey, for like what, $500 a week?
Yeah, I guess some people would take it still.
Yeah, I'll
They
do it.
they got no rent, so the rest of the essentials get paid off that $500.
They're living the life out there.
So sadly, Slab City is located to military bases. Not just one military base, but 3 military bases.
They're surrounded by military guys.
Yeah, the Marines, the Air Force, and the Naval.
Fucking left to right, huh?
Yeah, these bases are used in the desert for test sites for bombs and other like loud annoying shit that can just blow up.
This sounds like a lot like the Hills Have Eyes.
Is that how it is?
Pretty much, yeah. It was like a military base who did a fucking atomic bomb testing, and there's a family there, unfortunately, and that family mutated into like these hideous monsters. And every time someone passes by the village, they attack them and eat them and rape them, I guess.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's a good movie. You should watch it sometime.
I think that one would be on my list because I've heard of it a little bit,
Yeah,
and yeah, it
it's a
seems
classic.
pretty scary. Good scary though.
Yeah, it's a classic.
As though you think you're off the grid, you're not completely off the grid because Slab City has one internet cafe amongst their community.
One cafe,
One internet cafe.
internet cafe. Is that a Starbucks?
No, it's not even a chain restaurant. It's a guy named, I think, George or something. He basically makeshifts this little, out of his little trailer cafe to like help people. He gets like 7 to 10 car batteries, wires it all up, puts up an internet router that comes from fucking the satellite,
Right.
starts serving people coffee, just coffee, doesn't serve food, and tries to build this little tight knit community right there. And it like keeps them wanting to live.
So he's like the town mayor, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's the town hero.
Yeah, and he's very respected. And he says that he only serves like coffee for like 3 or 4 hours because he said those fools would drink them dry.
Yeah, imagine a nice hot coffee on a nice summer day, 150 degrees.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Ah, do you have any frappuccinos?
So those car batteries are charged by the solar panels that he has on top of his trailer. So smart.
Yeah.
Got endless amount of solar up there,
Yeah, I think he's gonna overcharge if anything.
if anything. But people use that to charge their video game stations, which they do have. The kids put a fucking TV with their console to play video games.
Okay, so they don't have a Starbucks or a Walmart, but they got their PS3s there.
Yeah, and they got their charging ports and their laptops and stuff to fucking keep themselves technically going to communicate with their families if they have family outside.
You think they can listen to our podcast?
Hopefully.
If you're from Slab City, shout out, my boys.
Shout out.
Keep on burning.
This would be the most important hangout for the residents. Obviously, it makes a lot of sense.
Obviously.
But there is one other place that residents could not resist.
Oh, the strip club.
No. No, not at all. It's a guy who owns a hot water tank in his RV.
A hot water tank in his RV.
Yeah.
Why would people want hot water in the desert?
To take showers, my boy.
You don't need a shower. Who are you trying to impress?
You're in the desert. Come on, my guy.
Who are you trying to impress? No one. Unless you got Tinder out there.
Slab City Tinder.
Can you imagine?
Hey, they're taking showers.
Okay, I guess so.
Yeah, but at the price of $3, that's what the guy charges because obviously he has to get more water.
$3 a shower?
Yeah. Which is not, I guess, that bad, but like I said, they technically have jobs.
I guess so. You call that a job.
And other luxury that they kind of have, the community, they have a nightclub.
Of course.
Yeah, they have a nightclub. It's called The Range. Not a
Range.
shooting range. The Range.
The range.
It's for locals to dance, drink, and socialize to their local bands, in which they do have a lot of local bands.
How nice.
Which they have range from their instruments like bass guitar, drums, tubas, trumpets, harmonicas, and some singers. Which is pretty cool because a lot of these people like, I guess, hippie types.
Right, dude. Far out.
Yeah, far out.
Psycho, man. Playing some Metallica out there. Some Santana. Grooving in the fucking heat.
Yeah, they're pretty much like little peaceful community of hippies. Although there's no laws and the residents have to take everything into their own hands. If you commit a crime there, the residents will do something called slab justice, which means that they will steal all of your property, burn it, like burn your shit,
Burn that.
and remove you from Slab City.
Damn, that's like pretty much a death sentence. Because I don't know how far the nearest town is, but walking distance during the summer without anything. I think that's just yeah. I think that's like a death sentence.
It
pretty
kind
much.
of is. Yeah, you're right. I didn't
Give
even
them-
think about that.
Give them the old slapperoo. Slapperoo.
It's like a slap in the wrist. Slab City, slap wrist. I don't know. Slightly connection.
Just fucking burn that guy, dude.
The only other rule that they have is called the moral code.
Okay.
And the moral code for them is adults can do whatever they want as long as it doesn't get in the way of others.
So everybody just mind your own business.
And that's what they want.
Yeah,
Mind
just
your own business.
keep it to yourself. No, I'm surprised no government hasn't even tried to come over there and charge property tax or something.
Right. It's pretty crazy that this is even available.
Yeah, it even exists, let alone in California.
It's a slightly peaceful community, but Slab City still has its problems. I guess they have a lot of tweakers and meth addicts and just random druggies that live there.
Well, yeah, now think about it, because there's no police, there's no government, so people can get away with like meth, like cooking meth out there.
Yes.
Because who's gonna bother you? You just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, that's why some residents take it into their hands, like the guy who owns the internet cafe.
Right.
He'll see these people who are becoming a nuisance to the other people and to their moral code. That's not against, like, that's right. So he'll start, gathering up the other community people and start yelling at them and telling them to get the fuck out of here. And they pretty much kick people out.
Okay, so no meth.
No man, no.
Ah.
They get rid of them because they don't want to do anything with it. And they even try to call the police. The police are just gonna completely ignore them.
Like, I'm not going all the way out there.
Yeah, pretty much. There's no reason for them to even care about that shit.
That's out of my county, my
Yeah.
jurisdiction.
Some of the community members call themselves an alpha community, which is funny
The
to
high
me.
class?
Yeah, it's like they think bumping heads with each other all the time, and respect is like very key to them and to making a happy community.
Respect. So the high end, the high class snobs, the Karens, I guess.
Yeah,
But you gotta respect each other to gain
Yeah.
respect.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And remember how I said like to upkeeping their dogs? Well, I guess a lot of the residents, whenever they get into these heated battles and they need to de-stress, most of them calm down with their dogs, and it keeps them grounded.
So like therapy animals?
Pretty much.
Huh. I don't think it's really cool being a dog out there.
Well, they take care of their dogs. Believe me, they take care of their dogs.
They take good care of them, like animal rights and all that.
Oh yeah, I think they have more rights than the fucking people.
I believe so. I don't think they're gonna send them out to the desert to die. The slab justice.
No, they let their dogs wander the whole camp, and they come back.
Huh.
Well, obviously, they can't just take off.
Where are you gonna hide it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I would like to say that there's more horrible things that happen in Slab City because I've only heard like one murder at something called the Flamingo Camp. I guess it was like a resident there that died, and like there wasn't too much story about it.
Really, really secluded. Really under the table.
Yeah, like they didn't really describe exactly how the person died, but
I mean, who's gonna report it? There's no police.
yeah, it's very like
Just from word, from mouth to mouth, pretty
yeah,
much.
pretty much. Other than that, it seems like the residents handle their everything themselves. So, like you said, it ain't nothing like that's gonna get out. Some residents can be running the law or running from the law or being homeless. Like that's why the residents are there. They don't really want to start anything,
Yeah.
and it's just a gathering of people that come and go. Most don't get involved with each other unless they plan on staying. So they'll either show up, not talk to the rest of the community, and then
Until you're like a permanent resident, then
and then you become part of the main group.
okay, go to bingo night and everything.
Yeah, which I would not be shocked if they did that.
That'd be cool. Could be cool with a bunch of hippies.
Yeah.
That shower, apparently.
Yeah, that shower. um, all in all, Slab City is a community with no laws, no problems. Residents will keep moving on to respect one another through tough times, but nothing is perfect. And honestly, from what I've learned, it's a pretty dope place if you don't mind like the minimalists.
Yeah, I expected like more crime, more, like sketchy, but
That's what I thought when I was gonna start researching it, but honestly, it's not like that.
so get your RV, just go retire out there.
Pretty much.
I'll be a snowbird,
Yeah.
honestly.
Travel in the winter.
Yeah, just travel in the summer. You don't want to be there in the summer.
Oh yeah, travel in the summer.
Yeah, fuck no. Fucking 150 degrees. I can barely stand 80 degrees.
Right.
Double that and pass it on.
Double it and pass it on. Cut it in half and pass it on.
cut it like 2/3 and maybe I'll stay. And put a fucking Dunkin' Donuts and a Target. You got me, dude. I'm there. I'm there. So
Target.
hell yeah. You never see me at Walmart.
I love Walmart.
Not me, dude. But everybody has their taste. Some people like Kmart. That's cool.
But learning from Slab City, man, we've got a lot of luxury. A lot of luxury.
Oh yeah, I know. Like some statistic. If you have a house and you have food, you're like 60% richer than most population out there in the world,
Hmm.
which like speaks a lot like how fucked up the world is being, society and like the economy. So yeah, Slab City. You got any more on that?
Nope, that's all I got.
Alrighty then. So moving on. It's my turn. Have you ever heard about Bigfoot?
Of course, Bigfoot's the god of all myths.
Yeah, he's the big honcho right there. But I mean, we all think about Bigfoot like in the forest, in the Pacific Northwest and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Basic hiding in the woods. But have you heard about the desert Sasquatch?
Actually, Desert Sasquatch? I never heard of
Yeah,
that.
bro, they're all terrain. They're all over the place.
Got some ashy cheeks then.
Some real dusty ones.
Some dusty cheeks.
Yeah, because in the Pacific Northwest, you got the Bigfoot, and then like in Florida, you got the swamp ape, which is like the swamp Bigfoot. But back right here in our own backyard, right here in SoCal, we have something called the Yucca Man, which is also known as the Mojave Sasquatch. I mean, you lived here all your life. You never heard about it?
Nope.
Okay, so the Yucca Man is supposed to be this desert adapted Sasquatch said to live throughout California, Nevada, and Arizona, but is known to have most reports from Joshua Tree National Park, which is like what, maybe 3 hours from here?
Yeah. It's freaking close. I'm about to smack that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like right behind like right in your backyard, huh?
Wolf's gonna get hunted.
Yeah, good luck in the fucking desert, dude. So it's commonly said to be over 10 feet tall and less hairy than the average Sasquatch, the one in the forest. So obviously,
It has to be less hairy,
It ha-
otherwise this thing is gonna be fucking melting.
so hell yeah, fucking just dehydrated and hot all the time. So this Sasquatch, one of the most famous and earliest encounters, is said to be from the Yucca Man back from 1971. It's because there's an air base around there.
Yeah.
So it's around Slab City, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's all down there. So this young Marine was on guard duty outside one night on 29 Palm Desert Training Base. And while on guard one night, he hears an awful sound coming from the dark, something similar to a growl, followed by a deep, deep breathing. Unable to pinpoint where the sounds are coming from, he steps outside his secured guard booth and into the dark and to investigate, kind of like Scooby-Doo type shit. So a few steps out into the desert, with his sidearm in hand, he came face to face with this 8 foot tall, hairy creature with glowing red eyes and such a foul stench. Like, puta madre, dude. So the Marine, he gets knocked out by this beast and is found hours later, pretty much the next day, by another guard. The Marine was covered in dirt, laying on the ground, unharmed. So he didn't hurt him, he just knocked him out.
Hit the guards on some shit, man. He probably got a bottle of tequila,
Yeah.
got drunk, and said, "Fuck it,
Uh,
Sasquatch got my ass."
It was a Sasquatch. But, you can believe that. But can a drunk guy bend in half his firearm?
Whoa!
Yes,
No.
his rifle was bent in half.
He probably put it up his butt and bent it.
I want to know what kind of challenge is that. So yeah, allegedly this is a true story. He got knocked out by a Sasquatch, and his gun was folded in half to like prevent him from killing it, I guess.
Damn.
Yeah, but most of these sightings come from campers and hikers from Joshua Tree National Park. It's been said that tents have been opened in the night by a stinking monstrosity, and there's occasionally large footprints found outside of the tents and the campgrounds. And there's even some photographs submitted as evidence, but these photographs are not really that good. There's a Snapchat.
That's their phone out there.
Okay, this is my bad. There's a snapshot from a Hidden Valley campground that has made its rounds for decades. It's a figure bounding. It's a figure bounding over the boulders. Looks a lot like the Bigfoot, and this photo is like one of the most famous photos. And I look at the photo like, yeah, I can believe it. You want to look at it? I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it right here. Check it out. Yeah,
Let
so
me see.
look
Oh,
this.
whoa.
Yeah, so you're not seeing this, but it's one of the most famous photos in the Hidden Valley Campground, showing this large, hairy figure in the middle of a dirt road. I mean,
It's pretty trippy. Like it's the middle of the night. There's two giant like bush-like trees, a dirt road with some freaking wheat in the middle of the road where you can see the two tracks to the car easily going up and down the street. And then in the middle of it's this hairy beast-like creature.
yeah, it just looks like a Sasquatch.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
seriously,
like
it's pretty trippy.
it looks real to be like it
It
looks really authentic.
right.
So if you guys want to see it, just like look up Mojave Sasquatch.
Right.
So the natives who lived in California long before the European colonization, like the Tongva tribe, consider these creatures to be supernatural and with names that often translated to hairy devils. They took care to avoid these devils because they were always up to no good, which was the Taquitos. I'm like chopping that up, but the Taquitos Canyon.
Oh, that's Takowitz.
Takowitz?
Yeah, it's Takowitz.
No, so you should read this.
No, the only reason why I know that's because there's a school by where I live that's spelled that way, so they call it Takwitz.
So okay, so the Takowitz Canyon is said to be the home of these Sasquatches, which is near Palm Springs,
Okay.
which is like 3 hours from here, right?
Right.
Okay, so I've never been there, so I wouldn't know. So the creature is known at times to be an omen, or in other cases, something weird in the wilderness that should be avoided at all costs. Why? We don't know, but these tribes have their reasons. So this Mojave Bigfoot is also known to manifest itself as a large green fireball that moves throughout the night sky.
Damn.
So it could apparently change from a big hairy Sasquatch to this green glowing orb.
Reminds me of the freaking teleporting Sasquatch.
Yeah, so that's what I think back. Like, okay, every time I investigate more and more, the more I believe they're, connected to UFOs.
Right.
They could be like the aliens' pets.
Yeah, like we talked about before, the alien pets that are just beaming and teleporting from the ship to go to Earth to just take a shit and then beam back up.
Yeah, I can like. It sounds stupid, but the more I say it, it sounds less stupid.
Yeah, seriously.
But someone else says it, it sounds stupid again.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's numerous reports, and there's even one out here in Fontana, which is like half an hour from where we live. It's so back there in Fontana, there was this famed racetrack north of Foothill Boulevard called Mickey Thompson's Fontana Dragway. You ever heard about it?
No. Oh wait, actually, yes, I have.
Yeah. So before its closure, due to many, many gruesome accidents, from 1955 to 1972, spectators repeatedly saw something they called the Speedway Monster, assumed to be a wild man that will cross the rural lands near the dragway's edge.
Oh.
Yeah, so we had a Sasquatch in our own backyard this whole time, and we never even knew.
The bastard's trying to get fucked up.
Yeah, but I guess like it used to be more out here, but since like people kept moving out here, it kept like spreading to their houses.
Colonizing?
Yeah, colonizing. It eventually moved out to like the canyons, the deserts out there. Where,
Makes
like,
sense. It just keep going to the outskirts of where we are colonizing.
Yeah, just trying to avoid humans. I mean, can you doubt? Can you
Blame him?
Yeah, exactly. Blame him.
I wouldn't blame him, but then again, he could probably kick our ass.
Oh, definitely with those big feet.
Those meaty arms.
He's called a wild man for a reason. So, some of the strangest tales come from the Edwards Air Force Base itself, like the one I mentioned about the guard,
Right.
with his gun being bent in half. But the desert base adjoins the massive Roger Dry Lake with its miles of smooth desert runways. On the base, there's a significant subterranean infrastructure and security cameras where it's always pointed at sensitive areas. So there's underground tunnels and throughout this lake, this dried up lake. There's tunnels, they have cameras there because they don't want trespassers at the base. But according to eyewitnesses, those cameras repeatedly capture images of desert Sasquatches moving throughout the tunnels at night. Like not one, but like a lot. Yeah, entire families of these hairy monsters traveled the building's corridors.
Dang.
Yeah, imagine like and they disappear at will. They just vanish like boom.
Thin air.
Yeah, so imagine like you're being a security guard looking at, checking out the cameras and you see like these three hairy blobs just walking. Are you gonna go check it out?
Well, I mean, for them it's their job. For me, I'm I telling
No,
it.
if it was your job, like
If it was my job, I guess I gotta have to.
I don't know, like
That gun's about to get bent again.
you're like, nah, dude, I just get paid to look at the camera, not go out and investigate. One base policeman once told his creepy encounter with the Yucca Man to a Bigfoot research team, saying, heading back to main base, I noticed maybe 200 to 300 yards to my left these large blue eyes. I do a lot of night hunting, and it was strange. They were larger than anything I've ever seen before. These blue eyes had to be about 4 inches apart and 7 feet off the ground. 7 feet off the ground. I stopped the truck and sat there watching them. It was too dark to see any body shape to the thing. The blue glowing eyes proceeded towards my truck. About 100 yards, just coming towards me, and it just stopped. As a overpowering stench filled the desert air, Sergeant House saw these huge blue eyes again, now just 50 feet away from him. So from 100 yards, it blinked, and then all of a sudden it's 50 yards.
Yeah, that's that teleporting bullshit.
Exactly, and then just this awful stench, which I've heard like numerous encounters. Like if you smell it, it's near you.
And you're taking a shower.
Taking a shower, it doesn't have $3 to take a shower.
Yeah, go to Slab City,
Yeah.
get $3. Come on.
$3, fuck that. Anyways, he said the movement of the eyes were extremely fast, and the thing that bothered the guy is that the eyes didn't go up and down like when you walk. You're bobbing your head.
Right.
These like just maintained the same level the whole time. Like it was like pretty much floating.
Whoa.
Yeah, so like that's fucking
That's
creepy.
intimidating.
Yeah, like they were wired and just like gliding like. But a radio call, came into this guy and just gave him the reason to just get the fuck out of there. I would too, man. Like I have no reason being out there. If I see these blue eyes, yeah, I'm not staying finding out what's attached to these blue lights.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one. That's a good story. That's another good story. And to make it more realistic, back in 2009, the Edwards Air Force Base officially acknowledged the many incidents with the blue eyes and other strange phenomena that had happened in the base. So they know something's out there. They're like, yeah, it's out there, but we don't know what it is. We won't tell you what it is if we did know, but it's out there. Yeah, and like they have like these reunions at the air base of former guards, and they will talk about their bizarre experiences on patrol, like seeing these blue eyes or something they call Marvin of the Mojave, which is kind of a cute name if you ask me. Which is apparently a ghost who can be heard but never seen, but will leave a size 10 sneaker imprint on the sand.
That's a big ass foot.
10 feet? 10 feet. 10 size sneakers?
Oh, actually, no, that's a tiny foot.
Yeah, but still, like, you hear it, but you can't see it, but you see, like, the imprints.
Why sneakers, though? Or is it just the size of a sneaker?
Just size of a sneaker, I mean.
Why is there bare feet anyways out there?
Fucking sand gets hot. You ever go to the beach and step on the
Oh,
sand?
there you go. Yeah, that's true.
It's
That's pretty
fucking
stupid. They gotta be
hot.
calloused like a mother.
Fucking, like, rhino skin right there.
Yeah.
And besides seeing Marvin of the Mojave and these blue glowing eyes, they also recall seeing unexplained objects in the sky and also disappearing tail lights on the dry lake beds. So like ghost cars, maybe?
Ghost cars, huh?
Yeah, just like a
Everyone knows how to drive.
it's his carpool. Pick me up here every night. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on there in the desert. And investigators have claimed that, like Bigfoot, the Yucca Man is an ancient humanoid creature that pushed out the native habitat as its own around the San Bernardino Mountains. So this dude is just built for this terrain, and the increasing amounts of sightings have taken place at Joshua Tree National Park, where tents, like I said, have been opened in the middle of the night by this stinking unidentified beast. So
That's pretty fucked up. Because
yeah,
like, if I fucking like just have my tent open up, and then you can just smell that wrenchiness.
yeah, like imagine like you're in your tent, you're sleeping, you like hear the zipper like zzz, and like you like to get this whiff of like rotting garbage. Like, oh, what the fuck is that? So you look up to see what it is, and you see something poking its head. And as soon as you guys make eye contact, the thing just runs into the desert. Are you gonna? What are you gonna do? You're gonna go after this thing? You're gonna follow the stench?
Uncle Jim, put your clothes back on.
Not again. I said I can't go 3 times in one night. Don't you fucking understand? Yeah, dude, that's creepy. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's definitely not something you want to see.
I wouldn't know what to do, man. The most recent possible reports of this Sasquatch-like creature, or the Yucca Man, yeah, but I like calling him the desert Sasquatch. But the Yucca Man, back in 2012 at the Devil's Punch Bowl, there's reports of this figure, like this tall figure, stalking hikers in Big Rock Canyon.
Mhm.
So he's a peeping tom.
Oh, he's a peeping tom.
He just likes to look. So that's good, I guess. He won't touch you, but he'll look.
Oh yeah, he doesn't want to touch you. That's probably why he's at the tent in the middle of the night. He saw you from earlier. Now he's coming to go get you at the tent.
If that ass is asleep, it has no owner. It's just mine to take. You gotta have that Sasquatch mentality.
Oh god.
Also, in recent years, the hair-covered red-eyed Sierra Highway Devil has been repeatedly spotted by terrified drivers on Highway 14 near the junction with Herb Blossom Highway, always at night and always running alongside the road. So, besides the Sasquatch, there's also this Highway Devil out there. Sasquatch has these blue eyes, and then you have this red-eyed devil on the fucking highway.
What are they sharing the turf? You get the asphalt and the tar.
Yeah.
I get the dirt.
Yeah, this road is mine, okay? You can have all the land, but get your ass off the road. There's a lot of shit going out there in the middle of the desert. Like, one time I went to a beach out there in Mexico, and our car got stuck in the middle of nowhere in the desert. So we had to wait for a tow truck for like 4 or 5 hours. And I'm pretty sure I saw a UFO out there. I'm like 99% sure I saw a UFO.
I believe it.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I mean, not to get too far off the subject, but I felt like I saw a UFO too when I was younger because went outside with my brother and we were looking up at the sky just to see the stars because I felt like the stars were more prominent that night, like super bright.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, you can just see the stars disappearing, like all the group, but just in a circle.
That's weird. You really you
I remember that, yeah. And then you can just see the star disappear, and then come back, and then disappear in a different section and come back.
What? That's weird.
Yeah.
Because I just saw like a silver bean in the sky, and like yeah, it just disappeared. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was a UFO, man. But I think a lot of weird shit goes up in the desert. I mean, you got UFOs, you got skinwalkers, you got wendigos, you got these tribes with their folklore. You got you got the Sasquatch out there now.
And you got a freaking town in the community.
Yeah, yeah. Who's not to say that Sasquatch is in there right now, chilling? He's one of those 300 people that stay there.
Probably shape-shifting for all we know.
Probably, man. I mean, who wants to go out and explore the desert, man?
Hell no, not while it's that hot. And then isn't it super cold at night too?
Yeah, it's
Polar opposite?
extreme temperatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, just we live desert-ish, and I hate it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I never go to Las Vegas. Like 4 hours of desert, no, thank you. But like, who knows what the desert is hiding? Because there's caves, there's mining caves. You don't know what's hiding down there.
That's the mystery, right?
Yeah,
That's what keeps us going.
I rather explore the sea than explore the desert.
Yeah, I'll take the desert.
You
then.
take the desert.
Yeah, I hate the sea.
All right, so I got the beaches. You got the wastelands.
Yeah, I'll just tackle whatever I see.
Good luck if you don't dehydrate to death.
That's true.
But yeah, so what is going on in the Mojave Desert? What is this allegedly Bigfoot that's sneaking up on hikers and going inside their tents? You think there's something out there, or you just think it's a hoax?
I believe in everything.
You believe in
Anything can
everything.
happen.
That's why I like you, dude. I believe. Yeah, there's a. If you tell me there's a I don't know, the Sasquatch of Pasadena or like the Hollywood Boulevard sea monster,
The headless deer.
the headless deer of
Covina.
Covina. I'm gonna believe it. Like, yeah, I can see. You got Mothman hanging from a bridge in Lake Pleasant.
Hmm.
You know, you don't know what's out there. Like, I know there's like stories, conspiracies that there's people who only go out at night, and these people are like super weird people. You ever heard about those stories?
Mm-mm.
Like, people recall like working at Walmart 24 hours. Like, you see the weirdest people at night, just like these strangers that like avoid society and only come out in the middle of the night. Like, who knows what comes out in the middle of the night too?
The nighttime is the best time, right?
Yeah, I mean, we work a graveyard shift, and I hear a lot of creepy stories from the graveyard shift. But ours is different because we're like hundreds of people. We're in a warehouse.
In an iron box.
Yeah, but like if you're like a security guard at a warehouse just by yourself, you're gonna run into something creepy.
Yeah.
But as this story goes, I'm 100% putting my stamp of approval that it's real.
Me too. I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Okay, we agree to agree. You got anything else for me today?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay, so I guess that's all the time we have today, my ghoulies. Thank you for listening to us again. Remember, give us a like on Spotify, on YouTube, and I'm doing it today this time because this guy screwed it up last time.
Macabre, macabre, macabre.
Okay, so that's all the time we have today, my children of the grave. Be sure to follow us on Spotify and on YouTube because there's much, much more macabre where that came from. So stay tuned and remember, one by one, we will drag you under,
Really, really under.
down under 6 feet to fucking Australia.
See you guys.
Bye. Bum bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum.